This is the first video in Module 2 called Best Practices of a Blended Lesson. Module 2, Lesson 1. In this lesson, we're going to be looking at what are best practices that we should use when delivering instruction in a blended learning environment. Keep in mind, these are all applicable whether you are working in person or working remotely during this time. Let's first look at the workshop model. One tried and true approach to designing a lesson is using this workshop model. It was designed by Lucy Calkins and Carmen Farina to teach writing, but it's now used globally in all content areas. The components of the workshop model can and should be incorporated when designing a blended lesson. Let's review the workshop model. Although it can be flexible, it is usually structured as time for a mini lesson, work time, and share or reflection. As you can see, usually the mini lesson's about 20% of the time, work time's about 60% of the time, and share and reflection 20%. The workshop model is a teaching structure that pushes students to be creative and responsible for their own learning. The workshop model asks students to take charge of their own learning, becoming active and engaged in their work and development of understanding. Using the workshop model allows teachers to be actively engaged with students individually or with small groups to facilitate and assist in that understanding while also providing individualized support. Students who are engaged in the workshop model are actively learning the material and the concepts they need to master throughout the school year. There are also some essentials of building a lesson that we need to ensure to include when creating a blended learning lesson. The first is direct instruction. At times, it's important that we use direct instruction when teaching our students. This means explicitly teaching a skill set. The second is modeling. At times, we need to be intentional and actually model or show the students how to do something. Both of these types of instruction, direct and modeling, may be done synchronously through a live Google Meet or Zoom call, or asynchronously through a recorded video and shared using your learning management system. The third is discussion. Students need to have a conversation about their learning. This may be synchronously using breakout rooms or other digital tools like Parlay Ideas, live roundtables, or even a back channeling document synchronously, or can even be asynchronous using video recording tools like Flipgrid. The fourth is practice and review. Students need to have time to practice and review the content we deliver. There are a ton of tools available that allow students to engage in these learning opportunities. Examples of these will be shared in a resource for you. The fifth is collaborative tasks, also sometimes known as group work. It is important that we still allow students the opportunity to collaborate and work together. There are many tools that support student collaboration. We will also include some of these collaboration tools in the additional resource here in just a moment. The sixth is research and exploration. How can we get students researching and exploring to lead their own learning? In early elementary, this might look like teachers curating resources together on a Wakelet or a Blend Space and guiding students on their journey. As they get older, we need to model how to safely research online and provide opportunities for students to research and explore online on their own. The seventh is reflection and metacognition. How can we build in that reflection time within blended learning and allow students the time to be metacognitive about their learning? And the eighth, assessment. What formative and summative assessment tools can we integrate in order to check for student understanding in order to make instructional decisions? These are those essentials of a lesson that we need to be intentional about including within our lessons. These essentials are not always included in every single lesson, just when appropriate. We have a resource to share with you on these essentials, and you will also dig deeper into some of these essentials in later modules. The first resource that's available for you is the Essentials of a Blended Learning Lesson resource. As you can see here, we have the essential, what it is, so it digs deeper about what that means, but then also we have specific digital tools that might support you in creating this. Be sure to check out that resource. The next resource is created by the Department of Education of Nebraska and then modified by Catlin Tucker to assist you in planning what this might look like. You can use either the online or offline option depending on how you are delivering instruction that week, or plan for both to meet the needs of all learners. Thank you so much for watching Lesson 1 of Module 2.